Theater is often considered a pedagogical craft, a tradition handed down from teacher to student.
Once you're a Cardboard Playhouse kid, you're a Cardboard Playhouse kid for life, even though I'm 23 now.
Yeah, and I was 11 when
yeah,
I
they
started.
still, right? And so they gave me my first opportunity when I was starting when I was 11 or 12, and now they're giving me this opportunity now.
Katie Farman and Rhiannon Fraser have grown up under the tutelage of numerous theatrical artists here in Albuquerque. Cardboard Playhouse, along with Blackout Theater and Trick Block Company, inspired the girls to develop a new arts collective, Playhaus.
Blackout and Trick Block are one of those main things. I was like, wow, they're doing their own things. Blackout pretty much is doing kind of what we're basically doing now. It was a bunch of this class of kids who graduated from UNM who didn't really want to do the community theater scene and decided to make their own stuff.
And the girls did just that with their inaugural work, Ida.
We decided at the end of our college career that we wanted something to kind of culminate it all, so we decided to write a piece. And one of our professors helped us, and she's really incredible, and she was really great with us, and so we decided we were going to write a two-woman comedy, and we were going to be all the characters in it, and that was going to be fine, and we had a group of people who actually made it all happen and helped us, so much. And so once we graduated, we were like, well, we don't have anything to do anymore. Do you guys want to start a theater thing or something? And they were like, yeah.
The synergistic development quickly caught on, and the company Playhaus was born.
It was this thing of we wrote this script and it wasn't really going to be anything, and then just more and more people started being like, oh, can I do your costumes? Can I be your stage manager? Can I direct? All these things, and it just we kind of fell into this group, and we actually ended up making something really cool.
Ida will enjoy an encore run at the Box Performance Space this weekend in anticipation of the group's goal of taking the show on the road to the Fringe Festival circuit. Often the first place artists cut their professional teeth in the independent theater world.
We wanted to do the Fringe specifically because it is for young budding artists and new works. It's not we're not trying to get a spot in a Broadway theater or something like that. It's a festival designed for you to get your work out there and also practice being a theater company and marketing yourself and getting people to care about your show. And so what we're hoping to get out of this is A, learn how to make our shows mobile and be able to actually take them somewhere. 2, teach us how to manage money because it's expensive. And 3, make connections because we're going to meet also new companies, people our age who are trying to do the same thing, but they're from somewhere else. And maybe it becomes a thing of oh, well, our company actually has a space over in San Diego or San Francisco or Chicago or whatever. And they're like, we really liked your show. Would you like to bring it here and we'll actually pay you? Or, hey, I really like your writing. Would you like to come out and collaborate with us for 6 weeks? Actually being an active artist.
An arts organization that will surely make their hometown of Albuquerque proud.
Why do you always do that?
All right, joining us now is one of the co-stars of Ida, Rhiannon Fraser, along with her director, Harrison Sim. Guys, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for letting us crash your rehearsal there. It was a lot of fun.
Great.
Yeah, really great stuff going on. So tell us a little bit more behind the story of Ida. We talked a little bit about the development, but when we come down, what's the story that we're going to see?
It's the story of basically 2 young women who decide that they want to make their living doing comedy in a time where that's not really possible. And so through their friendship and the power of love and stuff, we watch the story of these 2 women developing their careers all the way from vaudeville into modern day sort of Betty White.
Okay.
And so you have, one goes through stand-up and she's, more in the film, and the other one is really into the Lucille Ball, more the TV, more the slapsticky sort of humor. And so it's basically just a story of their friendship and how far you can go with people.
That's very cool. Now, what drew you to this play?
Honestly, initially it was them, because I had worked with them and we had gone to school together, and I knew the caliber of talent that they had, and so that was a big draw. But when they told me about the concept of the show, I was immediately also drawn to it, specifically switching characters, the sort of playing with that sort of almost physical impossibility. This was a lot of fun. So.
Yeah, and I'm curious, Rhiannon, too, just how much of you and Katie are in these characters? Because I don't think it's a mistake that it's a story of 2 young actresses, two young comedians that want to make a career. So how much did you invest in your own personal lives to develop these characters?
I mean, quite a lot, obviously, because we had to write for each other, and we know each other very, very well, and so it was easy to develop. I mean, obviously, less alcoholism than is portrayed in the actual script happens in real life.
Sure.
But definitely we pulled from each other. Katie is very much, she's always been an inspiration to me comedically because she's just so physical and so funny, and I'm very dry, and so obviously that played into the writing of the characters quite a bit.
Gotcha.
Very cool. Now you guys have a crowdfunding campaign. Tell us about that.
We do, yeah. We have an Indiegogo.
Okay.
It's set up right now. It's for the 2016 Fringe Festival, so this coming summer, but next summer.
Okay.
And we're, I think, about 40% there.
Really?
Yeah, I know, it's crazy. We're leaving it open for another week after the show closes, so it'll actually be closing, I believe, the Monday next
after.
week. I think so.
Okay.
And so basically that's set up because, Fringe festivals are expensive.
Yeah.
It's about $500 just to get your applications in there for a small theater space.
Wow.
And that's, if we're going to do 3 or 4 theaters, that adds up really quickly.
Yeah.
So we're just trying to, because if we don't get the money, then that's great, and we can invest it, towards productions here in Albuquerque. But if we do get the money, we want to take it across the country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it's really important. We talked a little bit about it in our story just a second ago that the Fringe Festivals, the Fringe Festival circuits are oftentimes the way that young independent theater artists make their break.
Yeah.
A couple of guys that know it very well, Mark Chavez and Chano Allen. You know them as the Pajama Men. They made their break doing the same festival circuit, and they are now world known. They are world renowned, represented by one of the top agencies in the world, and they're hometown guys that are doing exactly what you did. So, just want to hit it home, guys, that there is real potential for major success for this theater company. All right, so after Eliada is done, I know you guys have some other shows in the works. Is that right?
Yeah.
Our next project is called The Dandy Travelers, which I'm developing with Gray Blanco. And directed by Jerome Alona. And basically it's similar themes to Eliada because we're playing with sort of fictional American iconoclasts. And so we're also going to focus on physical comedy, and we're hoping to develop it for January of next year.
Okay.
Very
great.
cool.
So lots of stuff.
Now this show, when, where, how can people see
All
it?
right, so this show, it's happening tomorrow night and Sunday night at the Box tomorrow at 9:30 and Sunday at 6 p.m. So it's a great little Mother's Day thing,
Totally.
Women power,
Yeah,
ladies,
absolutely.
ladies going.
Exactly.
There's another thing to take your mom to.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
And it's going to be $10 general admission, $7 for students, and you can find tickets through the Box's website.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic. Okay, guys, well, keep an eye out for Studio Playhouse. These guys are going to be doing great things. And if you want to help them get on the road with Eliada, we will have more information at casa.com. Break legs, guys.
Thank you for coming in.